Rahul was meeting his friend Ali at the cafe. Now, Rahul that day had had a very rough day. He was on the verge of quitting. And he didn't have a backup plan, no job. And he was thinking the world around him is crumbling. That's why he'd made a plan to meet his buddy Ali. Ali was Rahul's childhood friend and always giving him good, sane advice. So, Rahul was really keen on meeting Ali today. He was sitting at the coffee shop, he reached a bit early and he was waiting for Ali. It was 15 minutes past the meeting time, but no sign of Ali. So Rahul thought, must be stuck in traffic. That's okay, happens. So he waited. Finally, some 20 minutes later, Ali came to the cafe. Rahul was happy. They sit down over a cup of coffee and Rahul starts talking. Ali is listening. In between, Ali is also busy flirting with the waitress. And Rahul thinks, that's okay, that's Ali. It happens. But then Ali's phone went ting, ting, ting. He was distracted. He's still listening to Rahul. He also smiles reading the message on his phone. The ting, ting continues. Ali is listening to Rahul, but also starts to reply to the messages on his phone. He also continues to smile at the waitress occasionally. Rahul didn't like this attitude. He was so upset. Ali should have paid attention to me. But well. And then suddenly Ali gets up in the middle of Rahul's conversation to go to the loo. He goes to the loo, spends decent time there, and Rahul is waiting and thinking, there must be a queue. He gives Ali benefit of doubt. So after a long wait, Ali returns. He comes back and tells Rahul, hey, your shoes are looking nice. Where did you buy them? And then he continues, should we go? I have my dentist appointment. Rahul hasn't spoken about his problem, what he's going through. He's not discussed anything with Ali yet. Rahul pays for the coffee and they bid each other goodbye. Just as Rahul was getting out, he bumped into his cousin Trisha. And Trisha, one quick look at Rahul and she says, let's sit down, let's sit for a while. She urges Rahul to sit for a while. Trisha is smiling, she's warm, she's always been like that. And she had actually come to take a takeaway, but seeing Rahul and noticing that he's not looking so good, wanted to catch up. She looks at Rahul's pale face, asks him questions, lots of questions. Throughout the conversation, she keeps looking at him in the eye. She wants to know what's happening. Trisha genuinely pays her full attention to Rahul. She doesn't interrupt him any time in the conversation. Rahul is speaking, Trisha is listening, focused. In the middle of all this, the waiter comes to take order. Trisha calms Rahul down, gestures the waiter to wait, doesn't get distracted. Rahul is completely relaxed talking to Trisha because whatever's going on in the cafe, she's least bothered about. Her focus is Rahul. When they're finally leaving the cafe after having a good chat, Trisha tells him that she's going to check on him over the weekend, tells him, call me anytime you want, walks Rahul to his car, sees him off first, and then leaves in hers. How nice of her, Rahul thinks. Did you notice the difference between these two meetings? They happened on the same day, in the same cafe, over a cup of coffee, between two people, and yet they were so different. And the outcomes of these meetings were so different. Did you notice what was the difference? Think about it. We humans spend 40% of our daily communication listening, and most of us don't even realize that. As a basic fact, listening and hearing are two different things, entirely different things, but there's a fine line between them. Your body naturally hears sounds. Doesn't listen, but hears sounds. But it requires mental action to understand, to listen. As a step further, you can listen passively without paying any attention, or you can listen actively, which is the basis of good communication and which is at the heart of relationship building, and which is what we're going to talk today. So today's podcast is all about listening actively or active listening. What matters, what doesn't, and why what matters matters. I'm going to show you today. I will also share some very practical tips and tricks like I do in all my podcasts about how to engage with anyone by listening actively and how to master the art of active listening. Today we talk about a soft skill in communication, a very crucial one that helps you focus on what the other person is saying so that you can understand his needs and the information he shares more actively, more effectively, more engagingly. Let me ask you a simple question. Do you just want to talk, or do you also want to be understood? Isn't it? Probably it's the latter. You want to be understood. Everybody wants to be understood. That is a fact, and it's not feasible without active listening. Active listening is one of the most crucial elements of good communication skills. It doesn't need you to be fluent in English or any language. It doesn't expect you to have good grammar. It just needs you in the moment. It needs you to be there. More than speaking, active listening is what makes or breaks a conversation. Be it professional, be it personal. So you better give this communication skill the attention it truly deserves. Our mental capacity to listen is a lot larger than our capacity to speak. For every 125 words that we speak in a minute, we can listen to or process 400 words. So what I'm trying to say is that we listen lots more, and we don't even realize it. The best thing is that when we are listening to someone, we're using only 25% of our mental capacity. So let's master this art of active listening. Coming back to the conversation between the two friends and the cousin, do you realize what was the difference in the conversation in the example that I shared earlier? What happened between the two meetings? Ali was hardly hearing, and Trisha was not only listening but focused and actively listening. So let's master the art of actively listening. If you listen actively at work, the chances of your getting a promotion go up majorly. If you listen actively to a prospective customer, chances of your making him a customer shoot up. If you listen actively at a job interview, you may just land yourself that job. Do you know why? By paying close attention and making good eye contact with the interviewer, you can demonstrate that 1, you're interested in the position, 2, you can help by problem solving, and 3, you can work better in a team. So today I'm going to share 3 super easy, super practical and super smart communication tricks for active listening. Let's move to our trick number 1. So the trick number 1 says listen actively with your whole body, not just the ears. Not everything involved in active listening requires words. Whether you're aware of it or not, when you interact with others, you continuously give and receive wordless signals. A very important piece of active listening is body language. By nodding your head, sharing eye contact, even smiling, you can say a lot without saying it all. All these actions can put people at ease. It can build trust. It can draw people towards you. Otherwise, they may get offended. You may confuse them. You may undermine what you're actually trying to convey. So non-verbal body messages don't stop when you stop speaking. Even when you're silent, you're still communicating. Think about the very different messages that you can give by a weak handshake or a warm beer hug, or when your boss comes and gives a pat on your back, or that controlling grip on the arm. They all give a different message. So understand, what is the body language of the listener? If you want to give people your ideas, don't multitask when they talk to you. Avoid the temptation to check your messages or check your watch or look around. Instead, you turn your head, your torso, to face the speaker directly. Make eye contact, lean forward, uncross your arms and legs. Nod from time to time in affirmation. Don't sigh, don't roll your eyes, don't fold your arms or fold your hands or fold your legs. Don't check on your phone, you can check that later. Don't remember your meetings or other things that you had to do when somebody is talking to you. Communicate with the speaker that you are there, interested, and listening actively. Listen to the speaker's body language. Listen with your whole body, not just the ears. This ever happened to you that sometimes you were in so much pain, you had so many health issues, and you go to a doctor? But just by visiting the doctor, just by telling him all your worries, he had this magical effect on you. Without the medicines, you started to feel better just by visiting him. Do you know what the doctor did to you? He listened to you patiently and with an assurance that he's going to help you. He's not going to interrupt you. He assured he's there for you just by listening to you. Recently I bought a new phone. I was very excited. And the gadget was the best one in the market with, fancy, super cool features. It had pinched a big hole in my pocket, but then I thought, it's worth it. I was really looking forward to it. And changing from my old phone to this smartphone, I was very excited. I'd ordered it online, and so the delivery came on time. So I sat down, opened this packet excitedly. When I saw what I saw, I was cold, nervous, angry, scared. The new phone had a broken screen. It was a broken phone. The packing was intact, but the phone was damaged. I called up the company immediately. They replied very coldly, "You have to talk to the vendor, the online vendor, because you didn't buy it from us directly." They were cold, rude, and I was very upset. Next day, I called the online store. I reached the customer care person after a long 15 minutes wait. I was really running out of patience now, and by the time I actually started speaking to the customer care person, I was already angry and impatient. I must have used some inappropriate words. But the person on the other end of the line was calm, did not interrupt me, let me speak, heard every thought I had in my head, spent over 20 minutes with me, guided me through the return process, shared a complaint number, promised exchange within 24 hours, ensured I received her email while I was on the phone with her, listened so well, so actively that she calmed me and assured me. These stories are a clue to the next trick. The trick number 2 for how to listen actively and become a great communicator. So the trick is very simple, just 3 words. It says, do not interrupt. Interrupting communicates to the person speaking that you don't care what they have to say, that you think your voice is more important, that you don't have time to really listen to them. It can even make it seem you weren't listening at all. You were just waiting for the moment to interject, to reply. Even if you're thinking you want to interrupt for a good reason, such as a relevant question or a suggestion or a solution, interrupting is rude and is almost always negatively affecting communication. So the rule is, do not interrupt if you want to be a good communicator. Wait till there's a natural break in the conversation. If there's a genuine pause, let the speaker finish what he or she is saying. Then ask your question or offer your suggestion. There's no polite way to interrupt. Interrupters are addicted to interrupting. I remember a colleague who hated anyone interrupting her. If someone disturbed her at work, somebody asked her, "May I interrupt you?" She would say, "You just did." So do not interrupt. Coming to the third and the most important trick to master the art of active listening, let me tell you the third trick. So the third and the last trick that I'm going to share today is to ask open-ended questions. So the goal of active listening is to fully wrap your head around the information that is shared with you, that the person is speaking. And to fully understand everything, it may not be possible right away. There could be complicated things that the person is saying. So you need time to process all that information. You need to wait till the speaker is finished and then ask him some question to clarify or to get more information. When you ask an open-ended question, instead of a straight yes or no reply one, you're asking for a full response from the other person. So it gives a message that you really want to know more. Behave like Trisha. Ask open-ended questions and ask more and more. Not that you want to end the conversation. If you say a question which has a reply of a yes or no, it means you want to end the conversation. Suppose a boss asks his customer care person, executive, "Have you told the customer that we shall give him full refund?" The customer care person is going to reply, "Yes, sir," or "No, sir," and end of conversation. So such a question is not a good idea. Instead, if the boss really wanted to get feedback and more information, he would have asked an open-ended question like, "What do you think is the best way forward? What all have you already tried to settle this complaint with the customer?" So closed question put people into thinking that there's a correct answer. It doesn't give them an opportunity to openly share information with you. If you want to be a good communicator, you have to make others open up with you. So you speak less, you listen more. And when you listen actively. Think about this. When you introduce yourself to a new person, you tell your name, isn't it? You ask the other person their name. But suppose you've not paid attention, you get so busy preparing your next question that you didn't really hear that name. Now you're embarrassed to ask their name again. Has this happened to you? Try out these tricks today, 1, 2, and 3, and tell me what really worked for you. Because most of these have worked well for me and my students, so I thought of sharing them with you right here on this Communication Skills podcast. Don't forget to let me know which one worked best for you. Have a great evening. Thank you for listening to this episode of Communicate 101 Speaking Writing Tips with Sarika Singh. If you want to be notified of upcoming episodes, be sure to hit the subscribe button and follow the podcast. I'll be back to share more stories, more life experiences, and more communication tips every Friday. If you want to reach me or connect with me, just put your comments in the comment box below or mail me at info@sarikasingh.in. I know you're going to rate and review this podcast, so a big thank you in advance. Stay tuned and think about what we talked today.